Hi! Live now, Facebook. Come watch. Ah! Anyways, so if you guys weren't here yesterday, I would definitely recommend checking out the stream from yesterday. It should be saved under my videos just because this is a continuation of yesterday. We are doing a visual novel, which for some of you who don't know is a story-based game. So starting off today, if you weren't here yesterday, you're definitely gonna miss some important context. If you want to chill just to lurk, you're more than welcome to, and I hope you guys enjoy chapter 3 now of Eliza. Rainer's assistant meets me at the reception area with an impassive look. She leads me through the building towards its center. Everything is glass and steel, clean and bright. Employees steal curious glances at me. Am I a curiosity to them? It's hard to believe this used to be my whole world. Eventually, we come to a conference room where Rainer is finishing a meeting.
Evelyn?
Nice building.
Oh, thank you. I designed it myself.
Can I just say, though, that I absolutely love the artwork in this game? Like, it's so nicely done. I miss doing digital art like this painting-esque style.
It's funny, I almost didn't notice that you were already back working for Skanda. You might have stayed undetected, but I was looking at some of our statistical outliers earlier this morning.
Statistical outlier. That's me.
Ideally, Eliza proxies would all perform the same, or at least quite similar to each other. In practice, there are some pretty big differences. Some people respond better to advice provided to them by people they perceive as having more authority. A deeper voice, a taller stature, a certain grace or beauty. Other proxies may be particularly empathetic. A face or a voice that makes you want to open up. There was one proxy whose sessions seemed particularly effective, so I decided to take a closer look. Evelyn Ishino Aubrey, Contract Proxy, Queen Anne Office. That's a fun trick, to come back to your old company in secret.
Hello! Thank you, Heidi Thundersaurus, for the raid. How's everyone doing? Christian, were you there too? Were you part of the raid? Hi. So, let me take a quick second to see something. I know this is like the most inappropriate time to raid, however... I want to see where the game starts. Oh my god, starting a new game will reset your progress and erase all save data and cancel. Because what I realized yesterday is that I don't believe we started at chapter 1. We started at chapter 2. Because yesterday we went from chapter... It started going to chapter 3, so I think we skipped chapter 1. So I do want to go back to chapter 1, because even though in the beginning of the stream I gave a lot of context to the game, I feel like it was a little confusing, because if you look, chapter 2 starts with keynote, and that's what we saw yesterday was the keynote speech. So yesterday was technically chapter 2. Going back to chapter 1, it won't keep you too lost, because again, a lot of what I went over yesterday was most of chapter 1. So I'm going to go back and replay chapter 1, that way you guys can see more of the context that I was explaining. Returning selected checkpoint will overwrite your current progress, with the checkpoints that were unlocked will stay unlocked. So that's fine. So what I'll do is we'll go redo chapter 1. For tomorrow's stream, we'll highlight chapter 2, like what we had seen yesterday.
I had a dream this morning, but I can't remember what it was.
And then Friday, we'll go back and we'll do chapter 3, because we did skip chapter 1, which The game, it's funny the way Chapter 2 started off, as some of you saw. Chapter 2 almost seemed like the beginning of the game, but we did miss some previous context.
It all vanished when the alarm went off. First time that's happened in a while. I've been drifting away inside my own world for too long. It's time for me to wake up.
What are you supposed to do on the light rail? Use your phone, I guess. Or look around. I forgot how difficult getting around the city can be sometimes.
Capitol Hill Station.
Is she sleeping? I hope she doesn't miss her stop. Must be commuting to work. Maybe it's her first day at a new job too. Seems unlikely. So this explains all the messages that we saw, that we read through yesterday, like that accumulation of emails. This was the orientation. Was it something we said? Evelyn, we noticed you haven't checked your customized personal app. Yep. I feel so silly. I should have checked. I really should have checked. I thought I selected new game when I had started it. Eliza, powered by Skanda. It's so strange to see it like this. Nah, it's okay. Gonna put on some pasta water because I forgot to eat today. BRV. Yes, put on your pasta water. My hair looks so weird. Can I just be real and insecure for a second? My hairline is awful. Excuse how horrible my hair looks right now. And it's funny, I did wash it last night. I didn't wash it today. I wash my hair every other day. But I feel really ugly when I don't have my bangs covering my forehead, because my forehead is just this massive ball of yuck, but I think I fixed it, so. Okay, what should I be doing here? Should I check in at the front desk? Wait, there's a woman I met at the orientation meeting last week. Hype. Oh, I love that emote. It's adorable.
Hi, you're Evelyn, right? You remember me? That's impressive. There were a lot of people at that orientation.
Of course. I've done this for a while now, so I'm pretty good at putting names to faces. People always say they're bad at it, but it's a skill you can practice just like any other.
I'm not Evelyn, I'm Christian, LOL. Well, this game, Christian, I don't know if you were here yesterday, but it's completely voice acted, but with the exception of Evelyn's inner thoughts. So for most of it, it's just enjoying the ride and making decisions and choices on Evelyn's behalf and just reading out what her thoughts are.
In case you forgot though, I'm Ray. Come to me with all your questions, comments, complaints, whatever. And if you look around and can't find me, I'm probably at one of the other 2 counseling centers I'm running right now.
It reminds me a bit of Life is Strange. It's a visual novel, so it's a similar type of game. Life is Strange obviously is more, what's the term I'm looking for? Kind of more of an RPG or open world, not open world, it's not completely open, but you move around. It's not so much of a click and point like this visual novel is. But for what you missed yesterday, Christian, the story is pretty much you're playing this woman, Evelyn, the girl on the right, and she's working as a proxy for a company called Skanda. They created an AI system called Eliza, and Eliza's job is to basically listen to people in therapy sessions and give advice and prescribe medications, is essentially what Eliza does. And as a proxy, since people don't like talking to robots, you have virtual reality technology attached to you and you speak for the computer. So the game tackles mental health issues as well as like advancements in technology. And this is considered, I don't know what year it's supposed to be, but I know it's supposed to be like advanced into the future.
So you can count on me being back soon.
3 centers. Sounds like a lot of work.
Oh, it is a lot of work.
You think we need that in real life, but you'll see why the game kind of tackles this in a good and negative light. It could be a good thing, but at the same time, is technology really an effective way of... Is an AI system really an effective way of communicating to people with like, mental health disorders?
This is kind of a temporary thing. We're growing fast, and hiring is one of our big challenges. That means there's decent opportunity for advancement here, if that's something you're looking to do.
Interesting.
Oh, sorry. So the options are kind of blocked off for you guys because of the chat log, but my choices were interesting and probably not, but that's good to know.
Shall we start with a quick tour of the office?
Ray starts with the tastefully appointed lobby. There are a few people already waiting for counseling sessions to start.
You could say the Queen Anne office is Eliza's flagship location. It has 12 individual counseling rooms. Currently, we're up to seeing almost 100 clients a day here.
100 a day? That's so many.
The growth trend isn't stopping either. Demand for Eliza keeps exceeding our expectations, especially here in Seattle for whatever reason. We're already looking at adding more capacity here, either that or opening another location close by. Personally, I think having a single office with 24 counseling rooms might seem a little unfriendly, so I hope we go for a second location. I like to think of Eliza centers like cafes or coffee shops. A few small ones is better than one big one.
Makes sense, and I guess so. The color and the design is very nice. It's essentially like paintings.
Makes sense.
Counseling centers like coffee shops? Odd metaphor. Ray leads me into one of the counseling rooms.
And here's where the magic happens, in these little rooms. You'll get your assignments from the Eliza app on your phone. Oh, one thing to note, it's always a good idea to double-check the headset to make sure it's working properly before you dive in. We've had some quality control issues lately. After that, all you need to do is initiate the session and follow the instructions. Make sense so far? Any questions for me?
I think so, and seems simple enough. Think I'm gonna go with seems simple enough.
Simple enough.
Yeah, it's really foolproof. Before I go, just a few reminders of things we covered in orientation. No deviating from the script that Eliza gives you. No checking your smartphone or anything else that would take your attention away from the client during the session.
Yeah, I understand.
Yes, I understand.
Ray stops for a moment and looks me over.
It looks like you're dressed acceptably as well. Nothing snazzy, but it'll do. You wouldn't believe the outfits some people come in here wearing. Okay, let me double check to make sure you're all set up in the system.
Ray takes out her phone and swipes a few times.
Yep, looks like you're all good to go. Okay, ready to start your first counseling session as an Eliza proxy?
Sure. I'm still not sure I understand. Let's go with sure.
Sure.
I imagine Evelyn just wants to get it over and done with.
Don't worry, there's basically nothing you can do to mess it up. You just follow the prompts. It's a really impressive system. If you want, have a look around the counseling office first. Get comfortable. I'll check in with you afterward.
So then I can go and click around the stuff in the room. I hope spring comes soon. At least the days are getting longer now. And I like doing that just because it shows what Evelyn's thinking. Do I want coffee? Actually, I think I'll skip it. So there are dozens of these locations already? Skanda is putting some serious investment into this. And then I can check the phone. We have 2 messages as the proxy, which is welcome. Dear Evelyn Ishino Aubrey, thank you for signing up as an Eliza proxy. Eliza is a rapidly growing counseling service driven by the world's most advanced AI. As a proxy, you serve as the personal touch that allows our clients to hear what they need to hear from a real human being, not a robot or virtual avatar like our competitors. This is the official Eliza app for proxies. In it, you can view important messages from Skandha, your session history, or your current level and badges. Enjoy your experience helping people help themselves with Eliza. Proxy Coronation Center at Skandha. Important. Stick to the script. All. As Eliza counseling centers continue to open across the country, I want to take a moment to remind all provider proxies, please avoid deviating from the provided script. I know that it is tempting to come to conclusions about clients on your own, but Eliza will not work if proxies differ from its judgments. Keep in mind that you are present only in order to provide the human touch to an interaction that is fundamentally between the client and Eliza. Continual violation of this policy may result in reprimand or even termination. Thank you for your attention, Ed. Ed Park, Eliza Service Director. I think we interacted with all we can interact with. Christian, this game gets very intense. After this, if you go back and rewatch the vlog for the vlog, however they call it, for chapter 2, it's really interesting. That one, it's pretty intense compared to this first one, I'm sure. Evelyn, time to get started. It really looks like a therapist's office in here. Soft lighting, soothing art on the walls. Was this how I imagined it working? I can't remember anymore. The future happened without me. Oof, Evelyn. Paying attention to her dialogue is so interesting. The headset activates. A distant-looking man shuffles into the room and sits down across from me. Darren Willows. Hello, Darren. That sound sounded creepy. Yeah.
Hello, Darren.
Hi.
You found the place okay?
And if you look to the left, Eliza is like processing every word he says. It's really interesting to watch how it goes, but you'll see when he says certain words, it'll say like negative or positive. It's showing you how the computer's like, the AI is analyzing his word patterns.
Yeah.
Hope you didn't get rained on too much.
No, it was fine.
It's been raining a lot, hasn't it? It's supposed to clear up later today.
Oh, that's good. Little sun once in a while.
Darren, what brings you here today?
Well, I just feel empty inside. Like there was supposed to be something there, but it's missing. I go to work, I do my work, I go home, but there's nothing there. I feel like I'm simulating a person. Like I feel like just hollow and like I'm not even alive. Like a ghost or something.
How long have you felt this way?
For a long time. And it comes and goes, but the last 2 weeks is when it really started to get bad. It just suddenly came over me the way things are going in this world. There's no future for humanity. There's no journey toward anything.
Jesus.
We're being cruel to each other just to be cruel. The people who run things don't care about anything except themselves and can't stop them.
Dang, is it bad that I'm like... I feel like I can relate.
Everyone is driven by greed. Just greed. Everyone wants to win. Everyone wants to get rich. And we're all gonna die because of it. The damage we're doing to the planet is irreversible. We're destroying everything and we can't even manage to stop ourselves.
Do you remember anything in particular that caused these feelings?
The state of the world is what's causing these feelings. I was on a walk the other day. I thought maybe I could clear my head. And all I could see was construction cranes and new development and oceans of money flowing in, distorting everything. Suddenly the whole city felt so damaged, so corrupted. I felt like I was an alien in a hostile world, a world that hated me. And we're building it. We're building this hell. We're choosing to build it right here, so...
Damn, I don't even want to walk away, for real. I'm telling you, this game's intense.
So what's the point? Probably overloaded your system with that, huh? Your machine learning or whatever it is you got going on in there.
Let's focus on you for the moment.
Okay, see you in a bit, Christian.
Are these feelings you're experiencing affecting your ability to function at work?
I haven't been doing a whole lot of work. I just don't understand why I should bother. Why anyone should bother.
Hi, Sister Slay, how are you?
Nobody in management's noticed yet, but eventually someone will. And I'll get fired.
Oh, thank you. I appreciate it. I'm pretty sure that's the follow notification. Yes, it is. I'm doing pretty good. Enjoying this very intense visual novel. How are you doing?
And how does thinking about getting fired for that make you feel?
Thank you. I appreciate the support. Glad to know we're in the same Facebook groups. I'll be sure to check out your channel too.
Honestly, I feel good about it. They don't deserve me dragging them down. Everyone there is smart and motivated and has a wonderful, promising career. You have beautiful, successful people. We moved to a swanky new building, expensive area, fancy restaurants, fancy bars. Everything is nice. Everything is nice and I feel terrible.
Tomorrow night? Okay, but I'll try to keep up with your schedule. Do you post a lot on the Facebook group? Probably. But, I'll turn my notifications on so I can, get the notification when you do go live.
You said you believe your coworkers are happy.
Of course, no problem. Thank you.
Yeah, I mean, way more than I am, at least. They're all doing so much better than me.
I relate to this guy. Jeez. This game is called Eliza, E-L-I-Z-A. It's a visual novel game. They have it on PC, but currently I'm playing it on the Switch because it was on sale when I bought it for the Switch. It's a really wonderful game if you like visual novels. The concept is taking mental health and growing technology. So the little box you see on the right and then the text you see on the left is what your character is seeing. She has a headset on and is being a proxy for the AI system. That's what's helping him. So really, my character's response is just following whatever the computer does. So this game has a very interesting way of showing how advancements in technology would, I guess, kind of affect mental health in the sense that the company is using Eliza as a means to communicate with other humans instead of like another human being a therapist. It's really cool. It's definitely interesting. I know I completely butchered that explanation and I've done better explaining it before, but it's a very interesting game. I like it a lot because being someone who does suffer from a lot of mental health problems, I appreciate games like this that take a twist of storytelling and tackling mental health. It's really cool. It's honestly a lot about therapy, and your character that you play as, she has a lot of things that have been holding her back and weighing her down too, so you also get to see how she grows as a character. Anything that's visual novel-esque is amazing. You've never seen a visual novel before? That's my favorite genre of gaming. It's a create your own adventure book, essentially. It's a game that you play that is a story being told to you or that you're reading, but you decide the outcome based on your choices. And not all visual novels have multiple endings. Some do, some don't. This game, I think, is linear. I don't think it has multiple endings, but there are other visual novel games that have multiple endings, or like one or two very big endings. Life is Strange, I'm not sure if you've ever heard of it, but that is an amazing game series, and that is one of my favorites. It's more of, it's more interactive, Life is Strange, but I think it's also on the, under the branch of visual novels. Eliza is nice because it's fully voice acted. So I get to enjoy all the voice acting too.
Why do you say that?
Because they just aren't bothered by things the way I am. They see what's going on in the world and they just share memes about it and laugh and go on doing their jobs. But the real horror of it doesn't get through to them. They still want to achieve their goals. They're still happy. They're getting promotions and falling in love and getting married and taking these wonderful trips to Japan or Sweden or wherever. Big mountains and expensive food on their timeline.
Would you be happy if you had those things too?
You're fine, Christian. I'm sorry Mel had a nightmare. I hope she's gonna feel a little bit better. She's such a sweet woman.
I don't know. I don't have them. I don't have anything to be happy about.
Aww, Darren.
Look, all I want is to understand why this is happening, why I'm here.
Why you're sad. A lot more of Darren expressing his concerns and the universe around him. He was pretty much talking about how all of his coworkers are happy, they post stuff on their social medias, they go traveling, and he doesn't understand why he doesn't have those things or why he doesn't see life the way they do.
I mean, there has to be a reason, right? Because otherwise, why do I exist? Why?
Yeah, basically questioning his existence.
This pain, this one thing after another, and what's the point? Do I have any cause to be hopeful about anything? Look at this world. Really look and tell me with a straight face that there is.
Okay, Darren, let's try something. Imagine that things are better for you. What does that look like?
What does that look like? I don't know. It looks like knowing that something
My stomach
matters
gurgles.
at all.
My stomach gurgled. I don't know if you guys heard that, but if you did, I'm so sorry. Right? It's such a mood. That's another thing I'm enjoying about this game, is that it feels so real. Like, it's hard to get past the characters and not feel the intensity of what's going on.
But nothing I do will matter. Nothing matters. Not against the face of human indifference.
I'm sure everyone at one point or another has felt what Darren's feeling.
This absurdity.
Are there any other things that come to mind?
Like what? I wish I could talk to people. Really talk to people. Have some actual communication. Like right now, I wish I could talk to you. To you. You as a human being.
Hi. Thank you, Christian, for hosting. I'm getting better at remembering what my notification sounds were.
But I can't. You're just following the script that's been given to you.
Aww.
You're not supposed to say anything on your own. Look, I know how this works. It's just a bunch of AI, machine learning, deep learning, whatever the fuck you're calling it now. Look, I'm desperate and I can't even talk to a real human being. How did it end up like this?
He makes me want to cry. Oh my god. These voice actors are amazing because it sounds so real.
Please, try to stay focused. I can't help you if you aren't speaking clearly.
No. Look, I'm done with this. Look, I shouldn't even have come. This is making me worse.
Do you hear the music too? The music changing is... oh my god.
Why can't you just talk to me as you? You, the person sitting there. I don't want to talk to a machine. The person who's sitting in front of me, I want her to say something. I want that person to say something, please. Anything, please.
Do you hear the desperation in his voice?
Please,
Oh my god.
please.
Okay. Hi, Darren.
She has to stay on script, but remember the AI machine hears and knows everything.
Is that really you?
Yes, it's me.
Ah, it's so sad too that she has to lie to him.
Following the script right now? Wait, say something weird. Say something only a human would say.
Darren, I'm going to get in trouble if I deviate from Eliza for too long.
Oh, I know, I just...
My real name is Evelyn.
Yeah? Well, it's, nice to meet you, Evelyn. I didn't expect you would actually do that. Do that for me.
But it made him feel better.
I'm not used to people doing things for me.
Ah, I want to cry. Why am I getting teary-eyed for a game? Oh, stop.
Okay, Darren. I have some recommendations for you.
I think we've all met a Darren in our life.
Back to the program, huh?
First, I'm going to send a set of breathing exercises for you to do.
Darren. Christian, no! You're not allowed.
Use them when things start to feel like too much. You'll find them in the Skanda Wellness app on your phone. Second, I recommend asking your doctor or psychiatrist about Anexafen.
Oh god, Christian, not you too. You should have seen yesterday's stream, Christian. Everyone in the chat was like, oh, I'm sad and worthless. And I'm just like, no, please. We're supposed to enjoy this game, not tear ourselves down by watching me play the game. Maybe this is too intense for Twitch. I don't know. Heidi, don't do this to me. Stop.
Based on my analysis, this medication might help you feel better.
Y'all are gonna break my heart.
Evelyn. It's a nice name.
Darren.
Look, I'm sorry. Thank you.
I just got here. Why does this poor man look so sad and lost? What is happening? Oh, you just missed the counseling session. I'm sorry, Spiteless. So, Darren is the sort of person that feels like the world is gonna amount to nothing. Rich are just gonna get richer. Everyone else around him is happy, but he can never be happy. He's worthless. So, it's like the darkest pit that people can be in, that a lot of people have experienced, is where he's at right now. And there was at a point where he got so desperate, and he was telling Evelyn, the proxy, the main character, why can't I just talk to you? I don't want to talk to this machine. But she still had to follow the proxy response and pretend that she was actually talking to him when she was just still following the script. He's a sad boy. Darren is a very sad boy.
Please confirm that you understand the recommendations.
Damn, is that me? He even looks somewhat like me. Oh, no. Don't say that. I'm not quite Skype, by the way. This is the other username we use. Oh, hey there. I was wondering who you were. It's like, oh, I've never seen you on my stream so far. Welcome aboard. Oh, yeah. This Darren Willows is a very interesting character. But yes, welcome to the stream. Thank you for being here. When I'm done with the stream, if you want to go back and like re-see the session, it's still earlier on, so you can probably go back and rewatch it. But his session, Darren's session, is so intense. I don't think we see him in chapter 2 though. I think we might see him again in 3.
Yes, I did. Thank you.
Thank you, Darren.
But yeah, we don't see him in chapter 2.
We hope to see you back soon.
Also, I'm not sure if you were here for yesterday's stream, but I accidentally did chapter 2 first, so now we're going back and doing chapter 1. It just gives more context to everything that I said tomorrow. Chapter 2, I guess, gets more into the nitty-gritty of the game as it progresses on, but a lot of the context that I was giving yesterday, before the game even started, is essentially everything that happens in chapter 1.
Yeah, I will. I mean, I will.
Thank you for speaking with Eliza, your personal counseling partner. Goodbye.
Yeah. Bye.
Damn. Yeah, I think I would certainly hope not. The game might do that as a twist. It's not me leveling up. It's Evelyn leveling up. As proxies, you have ratings, almost like you do if you were an Uber driver. And I guess that's how they decide if you get what your pay is and if you can grow and stuff. Word up, Heidi, no tip. Some people may not be able to afford it. Wow, that was intense.
Hey, how'd it go?
I don't know.
Why? What happened? Hold on, I can check the log.
You're going to listen to the session? Is that okay?
Oh yeah, I have privacy clearance. This is still a new service, so we need to be able to monitor sessions for a variety of reasons. There could be bugs in the software we need to examine more closely. We're pretty upfront about all this.
Ray stares at her phone and watches for a while.
One of these guys.
Just her approach to it, too.
Yeah, we get people in who demand to speak to a real human being. It happens often enough that we made Eliza capable of handling it with a special script. It's nice to know things are working as designed.
Mm-hmm. SMH. Huh, that's a pretty slick feature. I wouldn't have thought it creates something like that.
Do you think that guy will be okay? He seemed pretty unhappy.
Who knows? Hopefully he gets his prescription and takes his meds and answers our follow-up reminders, but it's tough. We can't make them take their meds or come in when they're supposed to.
That's the other thing that this, Skanda does, is they push prescription medications. At the end of every session, someone is prescribed something. I need coffee after that only because I don't smoke. What?
All we can do is suggest those things, tell them they really ought to be doing it.
Oh, did you mean I don't smoke? Ah, okay. You need a smoke break from that. Yeah.
Ultimately, they're the ones who have to decide to follow the plan. It's kind of a shame. I wish we had more leverage. We'd help way more people if we could track their compliance. But that's probably too much to ask for at this point.
Could you imagine, though, tracking someone's compliance? Like, part of therapy is the patient wanting it, acknowledging that they need it, and going through it. But imagine if you sign up for therapy and then the therapist is forcing you to take your meds or to keep up with your appointments and stuff. That's so wild. That's a type of power that a therapist or a psychiatric doctor definitely shouldn't have. So yeah, Ray, that's definitely too much to be asking for.
I think he might have needed way more help than Eliza can give.
Yeah, mandatory medication would be awful. Absolutely awful.
Is there anything like referring clients to other forms of care?
Ray looks a little surprised.
Well, there is a disclaimer before every session saying if your problems are really serious, we aren't qualified to address them. I think an external care referral feature was on our development roadmap at some point. I'm not sure what happened with that, actually.
I know what happened. It's a big business. They don't want to refer their patients to other doctors. They want them to keep coming here so that they can make money and push their medication. Of course, they're not going to have a referral system for other doctors. It's a big tech corporation. Skanda is a tech corporation. Medication is good when you need it, but you can't possibly expect them to medicate only people who need it when money's involved. Yup, exactly. But again, that's part of the game too, is that this company doesn't really care for people. They just created an AI system that pretends to care about people, and they reap the benefits from their technology. It's a tech company. It's like if Apple turned around and did the same thing. Everyone knows that companies like Apple only care about money. No, they don't care about people's well-being.
Huh. Maybe I'll ask Ed next time I see him.
I wish I could have said something other than what it told me to. I see why a lot of proxies are tempted to go off script.
I see why a lot of proxies are tempted to go off script.
Yeah, I totally know how it feels. A really intense client like that can be intimidating, and you're motivated to help them. But to succeed as a proxy, you really need to let go and let Eliza do its thing. I know that not having any choice feels weird, but sometimes life is like that. Sometimes you don't have any choices and you just have to follow directions. Most jobs are like that, honestly.
That's so sad, though, that you just have to follow directions for most jobs. You're not allowed to make your own choices. That in itself is just so emotionally exhausting. That's why I hate office work. I really hope I get to go to beauty school soon enough, because I'd love to be a hairdresser.
That's just how it works.
Okay, it just sounded like... He sounded like he could use more help. Like, maybe right away.
Believe me, I understand. I've been a proxy plenty of times myself. When people get emotional, it's hard not to feel for them really strongly. But that's exactly why Eliza works. It evaluates from a more distant perspective, a neutral perspective.
I wish I still had my hair. Maybe when I get good, I can start cutting your wife's hair and doing fun colors, because I know Mel loves doing the fun colors. So do I.
Besides, if proxies started offering their own opinions, well, that'd just be a big mess. Not to mention there'd be all kinds of problems with liability. Still, I get it. I really do. That was definitely more intense than the average session.
That was her first session on this job. Could you imagine doing something like this and that is the first session you have with a client? It's too much.
Why don't you take a few minutes to center yourself again? Have some tea or coffee and take a few deep breaths. No rush, okay?
Okay, sure.
Okay, sure.
That was a lot. What'd you say, Christian? I would imagine what the next ones would involve. The next ones are actually funny. They're not as intense as this one. They do get intense. The chapter 2, and if you go back and rewatch it, the artist, I think you'll feel. She had a similar disposition to Darren, but she is in the art community, so she feels kind of worthless for not being popular. It's very interesting. Oh god, I related to that character so much, but chapter 2, the other sessions are also really interesting. I definitely need a moment. Oh, it is Nora. Hi, Nora. How you been? Fine, I guess. I started a new job, finally. Oh yeah? It's good you found work again. What is the work? Thanks, it's just an office job. How about you? I'm doing quite well. Actually, I have something to tell you about. This may be sudden, but can you meet up after work today? It would be good to talk to you about it face to face. Yeah, sure, I will. This is sudden. She's a friend, so I'll do that. It's good to spend time with your friends. Great. Also, you should come to my show. I'll send you a flyer, yeah? I didn't realize you were playing shows now. That's why you should come. I'll take a few minutes to calm down like Ray suggested. Maybe I could play some solitaire. You can make me play solitaire game. Oh, I get to look at stuff now. I hope the next client is a little easier to handle. This job might be difficult in a way I wasn't expecting. Plants are nice. I should get plants, I think. I don't know why I never did. Afraid of neglecting them, maybe. Yes, plants are always nice. Everyone fill your homes with plants. Eliza said the weather would clear up later today. Hopefully it'll happen. It happens before the sun goes down. Just for some wider context. Sorry. This is a nice article about our efforts from a year and a few months ago. It's a little outdated by now, but still relevant. I've got a cameo in it. From Ray. Okay. Skanda poised to capture growing demand for mental health services. In the classic 90s sitcom Frasier, title character Frasier Crane was a psychiatrist with a Seattle area radio show where callers poured out their souls in exchange for on-air advice. Boop. Hey, freak, how are you? Oh, you're probably just getting out of work. Hope your day was nice. These days, unhappy Seattleites might not be speaking to a radio personality, but an app developed and operated by Skanda. The Seattle tech giant is making a big push into the mental health market with a new AI-powered counselor dubbed Eliza in honor of the pioneering 1960s computer program of the same name. Skanda says Eliza can evaluate a user's overall mental health, detect problems, and make recommendations that are tracked over time for their effectiveness. It works in tandem with Skanda's mental wellness app, which can track mood changes and other metrics over various periods of time. Livia Davis, 42, was starting to feel overwhelmed with the demands of her busy life, so she made an appointment to see Eliza, not online, but at a physical counseling office located in the city's Queen Anne district. There she spoke to a human worker who was guided by the Eliza program. Skanda claims the in-person format is superior to online counseling, as it brings more of a human touch to the sessions. An obvious chatbot recommending a course of action is one thing, says Ray Burkhari, manager of Queen Anne counseling offices. A real human being looking you in the eye and telling you the same thing is another. There's more immediacy, more sincerity. Did I say that right? Immediacy? I think I did. Proponents of Eliza and other mental wellness apps say their reduced costs and increased efficiency is needed at a time when more people than ever are struggling with mental health. A study released earlier this year by the National Institute for Productivity indicated as much as 43% of the nation's workforce reported feelings of anxiety or depression strong enough to interfere with their day-to-day performance. This is an epidemic. We must begin treating it like one, wrote Institute Deputy Director Talia Kapuinski in a statement accompanying the report. I can't read well. I try, but I can't. I'm sorry. We have already given up much of the daily texture of human life to this cheap and technocratic social solutionism. The surprise fades, but my disappointment in how much farther we seem prepared to go remains perennial, wrote the poet of cultural critic Hernan Benjamin in an essay for Los Angeles Review of Books about the mental health industry complex. Mental health industry complex, that's interesting. Others see a danger in private ownership of the technology. If it works, and that's still to be determined, the next question is who controls it, says Francis Norkick, a fellow at the Public Health Institute of Montlake University. What does it mean if millions of people suddenly have their ongoing well-being tied up in a proprietary code owned by a multinational corporation? That is a question. Now that is definitely the question. What does it mean if millions of people suddenly have their ongoing well-being tied up in proprietary code owned by a multinational corporation? So a corporation being responsible for the mental health of people. It'd be like Jeff Bezos on crack. Skanda has not made public its plans for the service, though it has released the preliminary results of an internal study indicating that counseling sessions conducted by Eliza match or even outperform those conducted by trained human counselors alone. Davis, for her part, is a satisfied customer. You can say that Eliza is just an AI, that it's inhuman, doesn't have a soul, whatever, Davis says. But what I can tell you is that I spoke to it. I went back a few times, and now I feel better. At the end of the day, isn't that what matters? Is it only what matters, though? So these were emails that we read. This is from Nora, Hedonic, Lil Sappho, at Club, I close that too, Club Jouissance. Huh. 3-year update. This is something that we read in the last stream. Freak, since you're just jumping in again, last stream I read chapter 2, not chapter 1, so we're going back and reading chapter 1. But this was about Damien Seabrook, someone who used to work for Skanda that had passed away, and this is just talking about his contributions to the organization. Think back to what brought you here. I don't even know the app name. I think it's an app of daily like quotes and sayings, from what I remember. I can't interact with anything, but and you can legit play solitaire. I can't put it back. Oh, am I stuck already? Oh no, wait a second. Why can't I put this here? Oh, it's not the same. Oh, heck. How do I... How to play. Left trigger. Yeah, I'm not good at solitaire. But yeah, it's a mini game within the main game. Time for the next session. I hope this one is a little easier on my nerves. We shall see. Oh! Is this our first session with Maya? Maya is in the second chapter. This is the artist one I was telling you about, Christian. I wonder if the game unlocks some hidden messages. Maybe. Maybe.
Hello, Maya. Welcome back.
Hi. Yes, I'm back.
Rainy out there today, isn't it?
Yeah, it's a good thing I put on my extra big raincoat this morning.
Thankfully, it's supposed to clear up later.
Well, gonna look weird with my giant coat tonight. Cool, cool, cool.
What brings you here today, Maya?
Right now I'm just nervous. I have the nerves. I've been trying to get my career off the ground for so long, like a really long time. And I still feel like I'm stuck on level 1 and... Sorry, I know we've talked about all this before. I probably don't need to go over it again. Anyway, there's this conference that's happening next week, right? Like media professionals, something. That's bad enough for my anxiety, but I was also invited to this party thing. It's like dinner and then a party. I'm not sure how it's gonna work. The point is, there's gonna be a lot of big, important, famous people there. Like people that I really look up to. People with big followings online and lots of fans and all of that. All of that.
If her voice sounds familiar, you can probably look up the voice actress. Just type in Eliza, Maya Leeds voice actress. You should be able to find it.
And how does that make you feel?
I feel like, why? Like, why was I invited to this? I'm nobody. I am a serious, gigantic nobody. I don't have a show I'm doing or any collections out or a webcomic everybody loves. I mean, I tried to do those things, but nobody cared. I don't have fans or followers. I'm not even sure I have friends, like, for real friends. I tried. I do try. I put my art online and update my social media accounts, and I try to post consistently like they say to do, but yeah, I'm still in that, like, purgatory zone, just waiting to be discovered.
You knew it, that's why what? Oh, do you know the voice actress?
I don't know. I feel like I was invited to this party thing as a way for someone to be mean to me, to remind me how successful everyone else is. Why am I even going to it? I mean, I know I should, to meet people and make connections or something.
She's the voice of Joyce from... Get out of here! It's Joyce? Oh, it's funny that you catch that, because in Life is Strange, Joyce has an accent to her voice, though, doesn't she? She has almost like a country Southern belle, even though I'm pretty sure it's, oh god, where is Arcadia Bay supposed to be located? Was it Oregon? I don't remember. I honestly don't. I have to go back and replay the game. Oh, with that, that's really cool. That is so cool.
Is meeting people and making connections your goal?
Imagine doing something like this, being a voice acting for games. Oh, that'd make me so happy. I wonder how people even get into that.
Well, I think it is. Networking? I'm supposed to do networking, right? I really have no idea what networking is. Hello, I'm Maya. I do comics and art and I write and stuff, and I have lots of characters and ideas, and would you like to give me money and I'll do those things for you?
Oh. Her name is Sissy Jones. Oh, awesome. I need to drink water. Miss T was not helping.
Hi, I'm cool. Please like me. like me, hire me. Oh god, I hope they like me. I really, really hope I make a good impression at this thing.
Dinner's finally done. Yay!
Of course, knowing the way things usually go for me, I'll fuck it up massively somehow. I'll fall into the fondue pot or throw up on someone, something like that. I don't know if there's actually going to be fondue there. I'm just saying that. It kind of feels like something I would do.
You sound a little concerned or afraid.
Well, yeah, I am. I'm terrified. What if they suddenly remember I'm a failure and shouldn't be drinking their booze and breathing their air? Eventually someone's gonna realize I'm not hip enough to be at this thing. Maybe it'll be polite, like a gentle tap on the shoulder. Excuse me, miss. I couldn't help but notice that you suck and not terrible.
I feel like all artists go through this. The feeling of being a terrible artist and no one recognizing you is so real. It really sucks being a creative person. It sucks because it feels like in order to enjoy being a creative person, you have to become famous. There's like that pressure in that. It's not the same as if you were doing, let's say, medical stuff or like a banker or an accountant. You don't necessarily have to be famous. You just need to be good at your job and make a lot of money. But with art, in order to be considered good at what you do, you have to be famous. And that's like the worst type of pressure ever. It's so obnoxious. That's why I'm always going to support you. Being creative is hard to make. I appreciate your support always, Christian. And you know I got you too. Always trying to catch your streams. Even though sometimes I'm not super active in the chat, I'm always there. I'm always lurking. It is hard to make a living off of being creative. Making a living off of being a creative person is completely contingent on how popular you get. And it's sad because there are people who are so insanely talented that never get recognized, and it's so unfair that they can't do what they want to do. Oh, another shout out on your show. Always appreciated. I'm gonna start doing something like that on my YouTube channel. I think at the end of my videos, have a quick little thing before I do the suggested next videos. It's just gonna be, hey, be sure to check out these other people.
It's obviously just my anxiety talking. I know it won't go like that literally, but it could be like that in a figurative sense.
Okay, Maya. I want you to imagine things going well. What does that look like?
Going well? Well, that would be a first for me.
Oh, big mood. Oh, I'm excited for your secret project.
I suppose going well at this party means people start to learn about who I am. And maybe some of them help me with my career, and maybe some of them become my friends.
That's another thing that's hard too, is being a creative. You're even, let's say, a social media influencer or streamer, because I've made some streamer friends, but I've met a few that are super disingenuous, and it's more of just like, hey, you know, follow me, I'll follow you, or I'll share your stuff if you share my stuff. It's not taking a genuine interest in me as a person or in the content that I produce. It's just a way of networking, and I try my best, because I do end up meeting a lot of people online, and I really want to try my best to be friends with everyone as much as possible, because I personally hate that feeling when people are disingenuous. You don't have to be my best friend, but to at least show, hey, I care about you, I care about your content, I'm not doing this so that I get something in exchange, I'm doing this because I care. That's something I absolutely love. Follow for follows don't work. Even with YouTube, yeah, it'll help you reach a certain qualification as far as having as many followers and subscribers you need to make it to that next tier, but if the viewership and the real support isn't there, it doesn't help. Follow for follows only go so far. Yeah, and it makes you sad. I saw this one Twitch streamer who has not reached affiliate yet, and for those of you who know, the qualifications for affiliate, they're pretty low. You do have to grind a bit, but they're not terribly high. And he had like 2,000 something followers and was averaging at 2 views a video. How do you have almost 2,000 followers and only have 2 views? Obviously, you know, you're not getting any support, and it's a shame. It's a shame, because people look at the big number, they're like, wow, you have 4K or 5K, that's great, but in the long run, that doesn't matter if people aren't actually participating in your chats or watching your content. Even if I'm not participating in chat, I'll usually have like 6 or 7 streams up, and I'll try to be there as just trying to lurk the best that I can to show my support, because unfortunately a lot of my streamer friends all end up streaming at the same time, and it's hard for me to go back and forth watching their stuff and then also working on my own content. But you know, you do the best that you can. Just following for following obviously doesn't work. But anyways, I'm diverging from the game too much.
Like, I want to be noticed as a creator, but I also want friends who are cool. That sounds super basic. You know what I mean? Is it okay to want that? I hope it is.
Girl, I want to be Maya's friend.
A group.
Oh.
And we like each other and support each other, and maybe the things I make won't be as good as the things they're making, but I hope they see my work and see me.
Girl, she needs a Discord. She needs a Discord community.
Yeah, that's what I want.
That Maya looks exactly like the real life person. I got 9 votes for starting the actual TV show on IMDb, but it don't stop me from doing it. And yeah, totally agree. I don't really use IMDb for reviews and stuff. I know a lot of people do though.
What do you think it'll take to get to this ideal
I'll write a review on your IMDb. You have to DM me your link, because I do watch your live streams and your shows.
Well, probably takes me being a different person than the one I am. Someone who's cool and alluring and has an air of mystery instead of being some kind of scrawny, nervous wreck.
Aww.
Someone with style and grace and poise.
I don't know why my nose just got stuffy.
Someone who can walk into a room and own it. God, I wish I could do that.
Yeah, we always want to be, somebody we're not. But this character seems like a beautiful character.
But only when I wanted to, because I also wish I could disappear when I wanted to. I know that's a little contradictory. Sorry.
Even if it's contradictory, it makes so much sense. I feel all of that.
Okay, Maya, I have some recommendations for you. First, I'm going to suggest a set of stress management exercises for you to do. You'll find them in the Skanda Wellness app on your phone.
Maya is so relatable. I'll be in a video podcast show tomorrow for Spotify and Amazon Podcasts. Yeah. I need a... I don't want to scream because family. If you want, Christian, you can totally drop your links in the chat. That's cool. Is that for cooking, or are you a guest feature on someone else, doing a guest feature on someone else's show? Guest feature, and they want me to make a quick thing. Ooh, yes. Do your cooking.
They may be able to help you with your nervousness. Second, I recommend asking your doctor or psychiatrist about litosanol too. Based on my analysis, this medication might help you feel better.
Always pushing the meds.
Drugs. Yes.
Oh
Whatever you said that was called, I am on it.
my god.
You will get a reminder to check in with us in a few weeks.
I always do. I always get the reminder. I mean, not that I always act on it.
Thank you, Maya. We hope to see you back soon.
Yeah, don't you say this every time?
Thank you for speaking with Eliza, your personal counseling partner.
Oh my god.
Goodbye.
I hate how at the end she just completely disregards them and is just like, leave now, leave now, leave now. Of course she asked for friends and the AI recommended pills. Yep, pretty much. At least you got a tip. Ray comes over to talk to me after I finish my second session.
How are you feeling? That was definitely along the lines of a more typical client.
You watched that one too?
I couldn't bear the thought of you getting 2 really intense clients in a row. I just wanted to make sure everything went smoothly.
Thanks, Ray.
Thanks, Ray.
Are you getting used to the system now?
I feel like it's kind of restrictive. Yeah, I think I get it now. I don't want to alert her, so.
Yeah, I think I get it now. Sticking to the script means I don't have to think about anything. I just read the words.
That's right. Looks like you're getting used to it quicker than most new proxies. They'll say, if only I could just talk to them for real. If only I could say what I really wanted to say. That's a really common feedback point.
You're never tempted to break away from the script yourself?
Nah, it's just not part of the job, you know?
I don't know how people can just look at them and be like, yeah, that's my job. Talking computer. You know, no big deal.
I learned to compartmentalize pretty early on, and that always served me well. People overestimate their own abilities. Have you ever had an interaction with a stranger where he clearly thinks he's getting along with you way better than he actually is?
Sure, hasn't everyone?
Sure, hasn't everyone?
It's like that.
I did that once. SMH couldn't do it after like 3 months.
People like to think they can
Spoilers?
play therapist. It seems easy if all you know is the movie version. You know, where you get paid to sit there with your notepad and say, I see, or every once in a while. The reality is, active listening takes a lot of work.
Hey, Benny. Ooh, woo, ooh, woo, ooh, woo, ooh, woo. Ooh, woo, ooh, woo, ooh, woo.
It's much easier to just zone out a little bit and let Eliza run things.
Christian, ooh, woo, ooh, woo, gang.
It's kind of meditative in a way. You just follow the prompts. I know computers telling you what to do has this negative connotation to it, and people who want to criticize us call it dystopian or whatever. But it's like any technology. It's a tool.
Ray looks thoughtful for a moment.
Either way, you're doing fine so far, Evelyn.
I guess Ray really does believe in the system.
This is a busy day, too. We might break our single-day record if no one cancels.
Jeez.
Is volume especially high right now?
It is, yeah. It really rose around the beginning of the year. We've been in the press a lot lately, so it could be that. Could be it's New Year's resolutions, too. People coming in, wanting to sort their lives out once and for all. This year is the year I'm really going to start addressing my problems. I mean, I get that. I do the same thing.
Yeah, me too.
Anyway, I told you it was simple, right? Just keep up the good work following those prompts, and you'll be leveling up in no time.
Okay, now I can address the chat. Y'all are filling the chats with ooh. My god. I wonder if I should set up like a special dance. Ooh, ooh, ooh time! It's ooh time! Ooh, ooh, ooh! Ah! I dropped my controller. But I feel like that's super cringe. This year is the year I'm really going to start addressing my problems. I definitely remember thinking that. I remember thinking that 3 years in a row. Oh, Evelyn. I agreed to meet up with Nora at a cafe nearby. I almost didn't recognize her when she came in and sat down at my table. Redeemed cat cam. Oh! Show us some kitty. Alright. Alright. Lighten the mood a bit. Cat cam. Get my cat. Cat cam. Oh, guys, she was sleeping so peacefully. She's gonna be so hecking mad. Matilda! Matilda, look! Ooh, gang! Oh, she did a stretch! Did you guys see that? Hi! She stretched! She was sleeping so peacefully and I just disturbed her. Heidi, can you clip that for me, please? She's falling back asleep. Hi, baby. Everyone wants to say hello. She's falling asleep like this. Oh, woo. Oh, woo, gang. Baby just stretched out. Oh, you're so sleepy. I'm sorry. Guys, I feel so bad. She was so peaceful. Hi, Mimi. Hi, my Mimi. You're stretching again. What's the matter? What's the matter? You sheepy. She's gonna pass out in my arms. I should put her down. Alright. I'm sorry, baby. I'm sorry. Go back to bed. She's just stretching out right now. I can't believe we did that. My poor girl. My girl just wanted to sleep. My baby girl wanted to sleep. She wanted a nappy.
Evelyn, it's been so long since the last time I saw you in person.
Oh, sorry. Ooh, como reppy. Ah, cute. I can't believe Matilda did it. Meow, ooh, gang. She used to stick to a very subdued and professional look. So this is Evelyn after the session visiting her friend Nora that we were texting earlier. Oh, woo. Guess she really wanted to put those days behind her.
It's definitely been a while. 3 years?
Yeah, almost 3 years.
Feels like no time at all.
Well, I'm glad you're back doing something. But you didn't tell me what the new job is.
Oh, well, it's, being a proxy counselor for Eliza.
You're kidding me. That's an interesting choice.
I'm not quite sure why I did it. Maybe I thought I'd be able to see things in a new light.
Wait, so do the people at the counseling office know?
No, not yet.
Her hangout spot? Maybe?
I should tell them, probably. I don't know.
It's fun to have it be a secret. It's unkind to keep it a secret. I guess it's not kind to keep secrets. Secrets are no fun. Secrets hurt someone. I learned that from The Office.
It's unkind to keep it a secret.
And that quote was from a stripper in The Office. Well, the actress is playing the role of a stripper.
I'm sure it'll get out eventually, one way or another.
Yeah, it probably will. Evelyn, how are you these days? I mean, really, how are you?
I'm better, but not by a lot, but still better. I'm not sure. Still the same, I think. I'm hoping better.
I'm better. Not by a lot, but still better.
Secrets are no fun, nope.
I knew you were working at that bookstore for a while, but other than that, it's like you dropped off the edge of the planet.
Well, I wasn't up to much.
I checked your social media once in a while, but nothing. Not that I blame you. I hate all those apps.
Yeah, I deleted them.
I struggle to find the words to talk about what happened, but they don't come.
I don't know what happened. It's like...
There's something dark in my mind, blocking me when I try to go there. A void.
I guess I'm still not ready to talk about it yet.
Evelyn.
It's okay. Take the time you need. I'm sorry, Evelyn. I knew you were in a difficult place after what happened, and I wanted to say something. But I worried that maybe you don't want to hear from anyone from your past. Maybe you wanted to be left alone and not reminded of the old job.
Not to go off topic, I'm down to 15 art/statues left now. Oh, cute! Yeah, I wasn't ready then. It's nice to know you're thinking of me. No, I would have liked that.
It's nice to know you were thinking of me.
Well, I'm glad. I was kind of going through a lot myself last couple years.
That's right. What about you? How is your life these days? What's it like being a rock star?
Yeah, Nora and Evelyn used to work together. I'm not gonna say where, even though it was revealed in the chapter yesterday, but you'll have a better understanding, I think, of it by the end of this chapter. If not, I'll explain it to you.
It's a lot of work, actually.
Oh my god, my headphones are irritating me now.
I have to prepare for the show next week. I have 2 collaborations ongoing, and I'm applying for funding for another, a big one. I'm also advising on an art activism group that makes art installations to challenge people to think about the ways technology is affecting their
Nora
lives.
is a cool character.
Oh yeah, and I'm working on this, kind of like it's a granular synthesis engine, but with a new twist to it. It should be interesting.
Granular synthesis. Sorry, I don't know what that is.
It's a way to make sounds out of smaller sounds called grains. Maybe it's better to show you than to explain in words.
Sounds like you're busy, but happy. Are you able to support yourself doing this? No.
Sounds like you're busy, but happy.
Yeah, it's good. Well, I make less money than I used to, but I don't care.
It's not always about the money, man.
Old me might have worried about that. Not anymore, though. Sometimes I do take a little contract coding work, but I'm making most of my rent with booking fees and selling music and so on. Kind of crazy. Kind of scary, but good.
If it makes you happy, it seems worth it. You really went your own way.
If it makes you happy, it seems worth it. Maybe I should consider moving in a direction like that.
You should.
I love Nora. I have cat hair on my face and it's itching me, and I don't know where it is.
Listen, I hope you can get away from the industry too, at some point. Ah, that reminds me what I was going to tell you about.
Oh boy.
Our old boss is back on his bullshit.
Rainer? Soren?
Sorry for the cat hair. It's fine. It ain't your fault she sheds. I just feel bad because now she's falling asleep at my feet instead of the bed. No, we can't confirm that they dated. It's just in the second chapter you start to ship them together, and I get it. I ship them too.
Soren Lloyd Rose, celebrated psychologist, entrepreneur, and creepo.
Creepo. Heidi C. Norris, like, screw that guy. F that guy. And that's pretty much what we were doing all of the last stream. Like, F Soren. He's a jerk. Creepo? I should have known he'd make things awkward.
I should have known he'd make things awkward.
He wasn't ever weird around you? Did I ever tell you about the time that he hit on me with a story about past lives and the thread of destiny?
Oh, gross. Wait, what?
Wait, what?
Oh, this is a good one.
Heidi is 1000% psychic.
Okay. It was early on when the team was still pretty small. 7 or 10 people maximum. He'd gone out with some executives to dinner, and who knows what else. He came back to the office super late. I think it was like at least 11, maybe later. And the whiskey smell was just surrounding him. Like he jumped into a whiskey bathtub with his clothes on. Maybe he'd like to do that, I don't know. Anyway, I was still there for some reason. I was in the crunch mindset. He came over to my desk and started to mumble about... I don't even know how to describe it. Just this nonsensical rambling. He started by saying how much he hated businessmen, how ridiculous they are, that they don't know anything. He said that a few times. Then he said he could see my soul, that I was like a reincarnated spirit of... I don't remember, he said some name.
Like a person's name?
Like a mythological name. I didn't hear it very well, but it was like a Buddhist spirit or deity or something like that.
God.
Then he goes on to say how he and I, all of us on the team, we're all these reincarnated spirits sent to relieve human suffering at the end of the world. And we're connected by a thread of destiny that draws us to each other again and again over multiple lifetimes. He talked about it like it was just like a red string you could see.
Stretch. Freak JR redeemed Stretch. For those of you watching this on the YouTube replay, people can redeem, oh god, what do they call it? Like small rewards or things that they want to see me do on stream. They don't pop up in the chat for you guys on the YouTube replay, but he redeemed Stretch. So channel points, there we go. Channel points, channel rewards. That's why I had to bring out Matilda. It was cat time because Christian had redeemed cat cam. Show the kitties. Anyways, back to the game.
So I'm thinking, is this like some kind of pickup technique? You know, how people will talk to you and say, oh, you are the reincarnation of an ancient goddess or something. Ugh, just because they are horny.
What's sing mode again? Heidi redeemed sing mode. Don't even remember what it was specifically. I'm gonna start making these channel points higher because clearly some of y'all have too much on your hands. But yeah, Heidi, remind me, what is sing mode again? You have to sing everything you say for 5 minutes. But this game is serious though. It's a serious game. I don't want to take away from it from nonsensical singing. Boy, I have almost 7k points. I got 11.3. I redeemed it. Oh my god. Well, after the stream, I'm taking it off. 18,000! Bruh. I'm gonna make a rule that you're only allowed to redeem 1 reward per stream. Jesus. Anyways, I will sing after this dialogue. Happy?
Oh, yeah, totally. Guys will try anything.
He went on some more like that for a while, and I didn't know what to do. I wanted to leave, but he was blocking me where he was standing. So I couldn't simply go. I had to keep listening to him. Finally, he mentioned that he would be open to the possibility of sleeping with me, and then he passed out on the couch immediately.
Hey, hey, Soren is a creep. Heidi and I were talking about this yesterday. Hey, hey, he don't understand consent. Soren is a creep. Rich man who's a creep. No one likes Soren. He's a creep, he's a creep, he's a rich creep.
You're kidding.
No, not at all. Of course, we never talked about it after that. Certainly I would not bring it up.
Don't you dare tell Heidi to Cliff that that's not cool. I'm embarrassing myself. No, 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 don't you dare, Christian, you're so cruel. I don't like this. Y'all are bullying me. Y'all are bullies, bullying me.
I wonder if he even remembers. Nothing like that happened again, but I think it was because I took care to not be around if it seemed like he was going to be drunk at the office. I wonder if he's still that way. I'm sure he is.
Wow.
And now he's back. Isn't it exciting? He messaged me the other day wanting to talk to me about some new startup he's putting together.
He left Skanda?
He's planning to. It's a secret for now.
Ooh woo, ooh woo, ooh woo gang. Ooh woo, 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 ooh woo gang. Ooh woo, 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 ooh woo gang.
He asked me to join, and I said, no, there's absolutely no way. Maybe a long time ago, I'd be interested in a chance to start a new company with someone famous like Soren at the top.
Ooh woo, ooh woo, ooh woo, ooh woo, ooh woo. Hey people on YouTube, I'm sorry for the shenanigans, but this game is important. What she's saying is very important. For the context to the story, I hope you in chat, you better be paying attention. Cause if not, I'm not repeating it later. No, 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 I'm not repeating it later.
You know, a time when I put up with his shittiness because I believed in what we were doing. Change the world. You know the speech.
Ooh woo, she used a bad word. Ooh woo, 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 woo.
Or, if we didn't change the world, at least we might get rich trying. I don't think that way anymore. I'm tired of the tech business. I'm tired of what guys like him represent. This industry can have fun eating itself and everything around it, causing as many problems as it solves. I don't want to be a part of it. It took me a while to see it, but I feel some responsibility for the world we live in now.
You've really changed, Nora.
It doesn't feel like I've changed. It just feels like I know more about myself than I used to. I want to be creative, be myself to the maximum. Now I know you weren't lying about leaving social media because I posted about this. A lot.
Yeah, I guess I missed it.
A lot can happen in 3 years.
Christian, you probably got extra emotes because someone you follow may have had someone in their stream gift a whole bunch of people emotes. I did that the other day for my good friend to get a hint.
Now I just hope maybe I could talk to other people who are in the same situation I was in. I want young people, especially women, to know that yes, it is possible to get rich by working with guys like Soren. But there is a big cost too. And there's always a cost. Maybe a cost you didn't think about before. Or maybe it's a cost you thought you would be okay with paying, but then when the debt comes due, you realize, oof, it's bigger than you thought.
Nora pauses for a moment. I wonder what that cost was for her. Soren is a creep. He's a rich man who started a super big tech company and took advantage of young female developers to develop his program. Yeah, Soren's a creep. Hashtag Soren's a creep. Soren's a creep.
Now that's my conclusion. But you, on the other hand, you should go and say hello to him.
To Soren.
Yeah, he's giving this big keynote talk next week, you know? It's the reveal of his new startup. Many people will be watching.
Why should I go to that?
It will be interesting, don't you think? You're already working as a proxy for Eliza. that must be giving you some new perspectives. Now you'll get to see what Soren believes the next step is. Don't tell me you're not the least bit curious.
I don't know. Maybe I am. It's free to attend?
Of course not. It's at one of those conferences you pay thousands of dollars to get into. But lucky for you, I have an all-access pass.
Oh, sorry, Heidi, but time is up! This is the last time you're gonna hear me sing, 'cause I'm done singing. Time is up. Redeem it again, and no more. No more. You get one per stream, each of you. Alright? Freak, you did stretch. The only one that I will allow people to redeem multiple times is hydrate, because hydrating is important. And cat cam. No. You did it already, Heidi. Christian did it. Freak did it. If anyone else redeems, sing. 1 type per stream. How about that? 1 type per person, 1 type per stream. So sing it cannot be redeemed again for the rest of the stream. Do this when I'm playing Animal Crossing and be really obnoxious and funny. This game is so important. It's about important stuff. 1 type per person per stream. Got it. It doesn't exist on Twitter, Heidi. Christian, that's because we just made up the hashtag. Hashtag Soren is a creep. Hydrate. Hydration is important. Make sure to drink your water. Take advantage of it. Yes, we're gonna get it trending.
Here, take it.
Really? Are you sure?
Yeah, he had one sent to me. As if there's any way I would go to a snake person convention like that.
Snake person.
Ah, you know, people who are like snakes. Venture capitalists. Biz dev.
If you're so against it, why do you think I should go?
Because I already made my decision. You need to go make yours.
I like Nora.
You're coming up from the cave you were in for the last 3 years, and you need to decide what you're going to do next, right?
Absolutely. Nora leans over the table toward me, a serious look in her eyes.
Evelyn, you're one of the smartest people I've met in my whole life. I'm serious. I've seen the way you approach things like this. You're going to research and learn as much as you can. And only then, when you feel like you know enough, you'll make your decision. Isn't that right? You have more to contribute to the world. But you want to know you're contributing the right things in the right way. I've always admired that about you. Anyway, I should get going. I have a rehearsal for a show to get to. It was really good to see you, though. Really, really good. I promise not to be a stranger anymore, okay?
Nora dashes off to her rehearsal. I love Nora. Nora's a cool character. We can claim it. Reclaiming Soren is a creep. She's a busy person now. Busy but happy, it seems like. Is that the secret? Keep yourself busy. Oh, I can interact with the shop now. Komarebi. I wonder what that means. I should try to study Japanese again. One more thing that fell away. Who wants to look up Komarebi for me? It's nice to know this is an option. Tea and coffee at the counseling center didn't look so inspiring. Am I being a snob? No, you're allowed to be a snob about coffee and tea. It's important. That was used in bones. Oh. The barista here seems like a nice enough guy. He wrote Nora's name as Lola, though. He must have misheard it. Aw. What's my mail looking like? There's a reason it's called Patience Games. The trick is to not get ahead of yourself. Sometimes what seems easy forward progress is actually something that's going to get you irrevocably stuck, you know, like life. The designer of the solitaire game? What? Interview. This we also read last stream. But basically it's someone asking Evelyn if she would be willing to meet with a reporter about her past. So for those who are new here, I'll reread it again. Trying to track down a certain Evelyn Aubrey. It was one of the principal developers in the Eliza system from Skanda. Is that you? So Christian, the big reveal is that Evelyn was one of the devs who created Eliza. She was one of the principal developers in it. And she left and was gone for 3 years. As Nora was saying, she was working at a bookstore, and it's weird to see her come back. And there's a reason why she left Skanda as a developer. So for her to come back as something like a proxy, which is, for that, I guess, title, it's kind of a low-tier job. So to go from a developer to a proxy is like a huge step down. But there's something that happened in Evelyn's life that we are going to discover as the story goes on that happened 3 years ago, and that's why she had stepped down from doing what she's doing. It's implied in other emails, the one that we read about Damien, the one who had passed away, it's implied that he was also a dev working on the Eliza system that passed away. We don't know why, but it happened 3 years ago, which is the same time that Evelyn quit. So we believe that those things correlate. According to Heidi Fundosaurus in the chat, is that, well, something that we both agree on is that he potentially could have committed suicide, and that's another reason why it had hit Evelyn as hard as it did. But very interesting. I'm telling you, the game is very interesting. But it's one of those things that you have to pay close attention to and piece together little by little in order for it to start making sense. Obviously, I've been talking about it a lot just so that in case people miss stuff, they catch it when I talk about it. Evelyn, what a day. Been a while since I've done that much in a single day. At least now I can relax. Hey Evelyn, it's Ray from the office. Just curious, what kind of cookies do you like? Cookies? Heidi's getting you back into Pokemon Sword and Shield? Aw. I need to get back into Shield. Oh, guys, what kind of cookies do I like? I have so many options. Oh, damn. I'm not a cookie person. Chocolate chip, oatmeal raisin, Russian tea cookies, plain sugar, ginger snaps, macadamia, shortbread, digestive biscuits, macaroons, peanut butter cookies. Peanut butter. I was just thinking that too. I like peanut butter. Heidi peanut butter. That's an overlooked classic. I bake cookies for the team now and then. And I try to mix it up so everyone gets their favorite at least once. Chocolate chip. Of course. The Obscuria one would have been fun because, like, lemon, but, you know. I saw peanut butter and I got happy. Aw, it's no big deal. The thing about baking is once you start, it's pretty easy to just keep going. You have everything out, so you might as well do multiple batches. And the cleanup takes more or less the same amount of time. I do like baking. Baking, huh? Cookies in general is something I feel like I could try. I could try to get better at some point. Nora. She used the little tilde. Is that how you say it? Tilde? Tilde? I don't have anything except the chocolate chips. Need the dough. Oh, lemon cookies with mint chips. It's good seeing you too. We should do that more often. Yeah, we should. I know I said I don't miss working at a big company, but sometimes I miss our old crew. Yeah. I write software for myself now. It's so much better. Come to my show, though? You're coming, right? Please come. Please. 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 Okay, now I'm really exhausted. Why is even just texting with people such an effort? Aww. I should tidy up the shelves at some point. Some of these books still spark joy, don't they? I hope they do. Those have been sitting there like that for a long time. I meant to put them up. Not sure what I'm waiting for. I don't really feel like doing anything. What happened? I used to have so much energy. I'd stay up until 2 or 3 in the morning writing code. Then I'd be up again at 8, ready to pick up right where I left off. I'm not sure who that person was. Oh! Oh my goodness. Some of these clothes I've had since college. I wish I could reinvent myself like Nora. Not that I would know how. Damn. Yeah, Evelyn is going through it, you know? I'll just get to bed now. Evelyn is going through it. Oh, and I oop. And I oop. And I oop. That is the end of chapter 1. As you saw, the opening of chapter 2 is where we started the first time. It even said chapter 2, so I don't know how I missed that in the stream yesterday. I feel kind of silly. But anyways, that was chapter 1. Be sure to come back tomorrow for chapter 3. It's the start of chapter 3. Chapter 2 I did yesterday, which you can see on under my videos if you want to get the context for what happens next in the story. I did a lot of talking in yesterday's stream too. But I really do enjoy this game. I hope you guys are enjoying it too. Please be sure to follow my other social media pages, and if you're watching this on the YouTube replay. I don't know why I keep saying rerun. If you see this on the YouTube replay, please be sure to let me know what you think of the video and check out the other ones in the series. Now, for my Twitch followers, we're going to do raid. So I don't already follow Slip Balls. I'll be sure to check them out.